Next part of the Transformers Pulse panel came up to the point of Cyberverse, and a lot of the Cyberverse stuff we already knew, but there was a small little piece of it, and it's all in the little details of stuff that we didn't get to see, and it's the first time we're seeing it. It's specifically the Transformers, I guess we'll call it Wave 1.5 or Wave 2, of the Cyberverse Deluxes. Now, we got our first kind of look at Arcee in a grainy image of her robot mode. We kind of know mostly about Hot Rod because he's already been found in some regions and some people have transformed him. We got some good images of Thunderhowl already, but not much is known really about Grimlock outside of like some Japanese magazine scans of a prototype. So we're going to go through all of these just quickly and just kind of give my thoughts on them. So the first one is Grimlock, and what's cool is, the robot mode, it meets exactly how he looks in the show. He was one of those characters that even his, I guess we'll call it more crappier toys, kind of got the job done anyways. So how do you improve on a toy that already, due to his simplicity of his design, he was already pretty good to begin with? Well, you give him some extras. So what does Grimlock come with that's really special? Well, in his robot mode, there's not much to really talk about, but when you get to that alt mode, that T-Rex mode, they gave him the extra flame blast that he could blast from his mouth. Like all the other deluxe toys has some kind of energy accessory. But here's the one that I have to ask a question. He comes with a crown. And is the crown a removable accessory or is it something extra? Now, where's that crown from? Well, again, Grimlock throughout all of history of Transformers, he always somehow ends up with a crown on top of his head. It started all the way back with the Marvel Comics, and then it just kind of became a thing with King Grimlock, just like a King Starscream. But in the Cyberverse series, I believe it was episode 15, King of the Dinosaurs, Grimlock kind of gets a crown. He's the king of the dinosaurs. It was a very cute episode in a lot of ways. And he just believed he was the boss. And so it's kind of a nod to that episode specifically with the crown on his head. I hope it's removable, because if it is, that's really cool, and that really makes this Grimlock figure special. The Hot Rod, not much could be said, really. The only thing that I could really say is kind of sucks how they're lacking a lot of paint in certain areas. I mean, the spoiler, the front of the car. The robot mode's not bad, but again, if anyone's on my Twitter, it has a lot of similar engineering cues to the 2005 Exilion Cybertron toy, which, I mean, you could take from that what you will. It's a good toy for 2006, but I think that because we got so spoiled from 2006 was when Classics first debuted, and then we got all these amazing engineered Transformers in 2009 onward, to have a deluxe toy that kind of has that 2006 engineering. I don't know, maybe I'm just being hard on it because I love Hot Rod. It's still a great toy. It's still easily the best Hot Rod Cyberverse toy, but there is a lot of paint missing there, and I kind of hope that I'm more pleased with what I get in person. Now, Arcee, we already talked about her. Again, she looks great. She looks great, and it's a matter of, you look at the alt mode, and the alt mode, at least in the image that they show here, it seems a little compact and boxy, but it's more so that this is more of a shell former. That car mode is literally just a shell that you're going to tuck all of that feminine body type under, probably folds out under there, and that's that. I'm reminded of animated jazz or specific animated toys where you just kind of folded the whole character under the car, and that was that. And Arcee is going to be one of those. But again, Arcee looks great. I already talked about her robot mode and other stuff individually, but she looks spectacular. And same thing with Thunderhowl. I already kind of touched on it, but it's really cool what we're getting with this deluxe assortment. And the Grimlock one, man, if that crown comes off, that's awesome. I mean, I'm getting all of these anyways because we got to complete a certain original 13 member in McAdam, but this is awesome stuff. Let me know what you think. Who are you most hyped about of the four? Probably Arcee, even though I'm a big Hot Rod fan. The Arcee is almost neck and neck, but even that Grimlock, man, I dig accessories. I dig show nods. I dig, fan wanky kind of stuff. And this deluxe line is clearly made for us fans and not so much the general populace that buys toys. And this is some amazing stuff. And we have one more segment to talk about with the Hasbro Transformer panel from Has Pulse, if you will. And that'll be up very shortly.